Hi, my name is Jeremiah, and it's a pleasure for me to speak to you this day, 31st of March 2020. Uh, Based on what has been going on around the world now, the issue of Covid-19 virus, and a lot of activities have been done. A lot of things have been done by the government to contain the spread of COVID virus. Today, I would like to share some points and strategies, solutions that can be done to contain the spread, to prevent the virus um, through some very important strategies that most of us might be aware or might be aware of. So today, we are looking at how to combat the COVID-19 virus with the SDGs. Yes, the SDG goals are 17 in number, and if you highlight these goals, you can see among the goals that can be used to fight COVID-19 virus. Among these goals, 17 of them, uh, we're looking at the three critical goals that needs to be accomplished, needs to be achieved in the short time, and in the long time, while the next decade comes to an end. These goals, uh, which are from the United Nations, can be achieved, but at the point we are now, these goals have targets that needs to be reached. And the first one is no poverty. You see, with this outbreak of the virus, there's a lot of poverty in the land, especially in Africa, in Nigeria. Average man spend less than $1 in a day. Some spend $2 in a day. So, for poverty to be reduced in Nigeria and Africa at large, the poverty gap needs to be closed. A lot of there's a gap between the rich and the poor. There's a gap between the haves and the have-nots. There's a gap between the high class and the lower class. Poverty has to do with lack of illiteracy, lack of a good source of income, and poverty itself can even kill people more than the virus. So a lot of solutions which it lies within the hands of the government in different states to reduce poverty gap, and God continue to give them the wisdom on what to do to be able to achieve that. Secondly, is go to is zero hunger. See, many people today don't have food to eat. Many people that have food to eat, and they are even wasting it. And now some governments are already doing a lot of donations, contributions. Individuals are donating foods, but do we have to wait till when there's an outbreak of a disease before something needs to be done? And this goal that says zero hunger can be achieved when there is certain infrastructures that has been put in place. A lot of things are being put in place now by Lagos state government, whereby there's distribution of foods in different local governments, providing of food banks. Also, there need to be farmers markets whereby farmers can bring their produce. In the days gone by, farmers' produce do go to waste because of lack of buyers or because of middlemen trying to buy it and resell to high-end buyers. So there need to be a farmers market at every major neighborhood, major street, not just ShopRite, not just the supermarket, not just the big market, but farmers within the state or other states need to have their own good markets. See, many farmers today, or many people today, because of the cost of renting a shop, they have no cost and to be selling on the road, and so many people are not even hygienic, and they still be buying fresh perishable goods on the road, whereby it's supposed to be sold in a very neat and hygienic environment. So also to uh, provide solution to hunger. Um, Also, there need to be good food storage systems, food preservation systems that can preserve perishable foods, that can preserve foods that can last long during this era, during this period that we had a lot of food preservation techniques, use of solar technology, use of different technologies to preserve uh, food so that there can be food security in our nation. Also, we need to have mobile farms. Need to have different kind of mobile farms, like use of shipping containers, use of alternative means of farming. Also, there's a new type of farming now which is called soilless farming, whereby you don't need a large expanse of land to farm um, any type of crop if it's not a cash crop. So we can also have what's called soilless farming, whereby you can farm without a land, but you can farm in your house. You can grow a crop in your house. You can find a lot of knowledge, a lot of companies who are engaged in that. Also, most importantly, is food logistics. Now that restrictions are in different parts of the city, there need to be a good food logistics system in place that is backed by technology, backed by solar powered systems, solar powered distribution systems to uh, cushion the effect of the food hunger. Yeah, so once again, we're looking at next goal now is goal number 3. Um, Goal number 3 talks about good health and well-being, and that is the most important thing now in the minds of everybody. Everybody wants to live healthy. Everybody wants to be healthy. Everybody don't want to have this virus. Everybody don't even want to have the symptoms of it. But everybody needs good health, and good health can only be achieved once there's access to affordable medical care, when there's access to health insurance plans, there's access to medical supplies. uh, Good health and well-being can also be achieved once we uh, combine health services with technologies called health tech. Other technologies such as telemedicine, telehealth, whereby you can chat with a doctor, you can seek for advice from other health professionals, mental health professionals, because at this period a lot of people would be facing a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety, a lot of fear. So with technology, people can listen to meditative content, can listen to different things that can take away the fear, take away the anxiety from their mind. So this point in time, also a lot of um, provision for the facial masks, gloves, sanitizers. Most of all these things will not really hinder the spread as long as people are staying at home. But to really contain the spread, I have the opportunity to be in a medical environment, medical facility right from my young age. So there are certain things that need to be put in place that can contain the spread of diseases, which has to do with how clean the environment is, also how you can use technology to predict uh, the spread of the diseases, how you can use technologies to track uh, where the diseases would come out from again. Technology has done a lot of wonderful things for us that we can use to combat spread of diseases, spread of sicknesses that are being happening to us. There's a huge lot of cases of people that have these diseases and people that have died, but with innovation and technology, through use of artificial intelligence, through the use of data science, through the use of blockchain, through the use of different technologies, even through the use of 3D printing to fasten the manufacture of nose masks, ventilators, PPE, and different medical devices. Technology can really do a lot to contain the spread of any disease, including this COVID-19 virus. So another goal that it can also be used to combat this COVID-19 virus has to do with goal 4, which is quality education. See, a lot of schools are being shut down. A lot of primary schools, secondary schools, universities are being closed up, and to affect students. Some people are about to write their examinations and they had to go on strike. They had to go in indefinite break. The solution to that is e-learning, digital campuses, digital learning platforms. Today there are lots of free e-learning platforms whereby you can acquire a degree from foreign universities. You can acquire a degree from Harvard University. You can acquire a degree from Stanford. You can acquire a degree from different universities all around the world who have already digitized their curriculum into simple and multimedia formats, whereby you can listen to a professor online, you can watch videos, take assignments. There are a lot of other technologies now there, even for children, for kids. Also, we see that other big tech companies like Google have also created e-learning platform, what is called Google Classroom. Facebook too has their own free e-learning platform. Google has also set up digital skills in Africa. Microsoft so has also provided a digital platform to acquire skills. Even AFDB, Africa Development Bank, had to partner with Microsoft to create a platform for students for use to get digital skills, but many people are not aware about this, and it's one of our vision, our sister company, to promote access to quality education by connecting students to these universities, to these e-learning platforms, and how they can be disciplined to finish through all the courses. So I want to encourage you as a student that are watching this video, because education is the bedrock for development. Education is the one that can take you out of poverty. Education can take you out of illiteracy. Ignorance is a disease. Ignorance is even a worse disease than coronavirus, more than COVID-19 virus. Ignorance is a very big disease, more than all the diseases I explained. But what you are not informed about, you can be deformed about. If you are not informed, you can be deformed. So it's very important for you to acquire necessary education. In Africa, in Nigeria today, the education is nothing to be written about. See, when people spend 3 years, spend 5 years, 6 years, 7 years in trying to gain an educational degree, and at the end of the day they are unemployable. They come out, they cannot find jobs. They don't have employability skills, they don't have soft skills, they don't have life skills. The employers are not interested to train them. So what is the purpose for going to school to acquire degrees? In the next 4 years, 5 years now, with that course that you are going to study, will it be relevant in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years? So I will not encourage you to just be writing JAM, be writing all those entrance examinations. At the end of 4 years, you cannot really predict the amount of income, the amount of salary that you can earn. But thank God there's technology, there's e-learning platforms whereby you can acquire a degree at the comfort of your bedroom. So don't waste your money trying to apply for Nigerian public, if you have the money for private universities. You can acquire a degree online. You can acquire a degree online. There's a university called University of the People, whereby you get a online degree. Also, you can also get a online degree from EDX, and EDX has partnered with Stanford, with Harvard, with Princeton, globally standard universities around the world. So, most second, also we look at goal 6, which is goal 5 rather, which is gender equality, which is access to equal opportunities for both male and female. Then another goal which also needs to be take into consideration is goal 6, clean water and sanitation. For us to live healthy life in this period, we need access to clean water and sanitation provision, whereby there's a toilet for the average man. A lot of people today, they generate all about the defecate anywhere, and which pollute the environment. But if there are good sanitation environment, the sanitation economy is a economy that can also be a stream of income for smart individuals, for smart professionals, smart entrepreneurs who can provide solutions. And the next goal is affordable clean energy. By tomorrow in Nigeria, the electricity tariff will increase, and there's still many people who don't have access to stable electricity supply. The solution to that is affordable and clean energy, which can be gotten from solar technology, from waste, which is biogas, and also from briquette. Those waste to energy mostly used for cooking, but because of a lot of vested interest in power sector, they take strong will to really provide a lasting, sustainable solution within the power sector, whereby people know how to be looking for alternatives that are expensive and that are polluting the environment, which is generators making noises, and whereby you have to spend a lot of money every day buying a lot of fuel. So people that are staying at home now need constant electricity to work, to learn, and to entertain themselves. So that also needs to be taken into consideration. And we look at the two last goals, which is decent work and economic growth. Yeah, many companies are shutting down. Many companies are sending their workers home. Some people will be denied of their income, of their salary, and the economy too will be affected. Economy growth, the GDP of the country will be affected. But we cannot eat GDP. We cannot eat statistics. We cannot eat the oil that is being produced in the Niger Delta. What people we eat is food. So Nigeria makes trillions of dollars per day, possible per week, and for us to achieve decent work and economic growth, whereby the government needs to create an enabling environment, needs to create infrastructures in place whereby there is sound internet connection, there is access to basic amenities. So what you can do today is to go online, find a job that you can do. A lot of virtual jobs, virtual employment opportunities. Now you can work from home. Once you have a smartphone, you have a laptop, or you have an internet, you can work from home by rendering digital services, rendering digital skills to different companies, whereby they can pay you per hour, per day, per week, or per month. Lastly, we look at the industry, which is goal 9, innovation and infrastructure. They need to be put in place this era that we are now. So all this money that are being donated by different individuals, different corporate organizations, they should go into the industry. They should go into creating infrastructure that would go a long way in creating sustainable cities, sustainable communities, and whereby everybody can be happy. So lastly, just look at the last goal, which is partnership for the goal. So the government cannot do it alone, individuals cannot do it alone. They need to be a synergy, a collaboration, whereby those who have the ideas, those who have the expertise, those who have the resources, the money bags, they can come together and work together and achieve the goals, and the world can become a better place. Thank you for listening. So continue the series as we'll live through this lockdown. So encourage you to like, share, and comment the video. Much of this will still be passed across to us in the coming series. Thank you for watching.